What's up YouTube? I'm Vaughn and this is the Gear channel where we discuss collectibles, hobbies, companion games from tabletop to video games, and we're back with Ancient Gears, but this time we're against White Forest Runick. Now I have done a video last week about Ancient Gears versus meta and I didn't really show anything about against White Forest Runick because there's no really specific combos that you could do against it. It's more like just playing around it. So I thought it was a good idea that we could just do a quick match duel review of like how this deck plays against it. Now, before we begin, a reminder as always to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel a lot and I do really appreciate it. And also, if you want to see your replays here on the channel, make sure to follow me on my Facebook group page and private message me your awesome replays. So let's begin. So we're going to see who's going to be going first. So I believe it's our opponent as always. Now, opening hand, we have Ancient Gear Advance, Ancient Gear Fortress, Draw and Lockwood, which is very good. Ancient Gear Advance, another, and an Ancient Schedule. Now, I definitely pronounced that wrong, but it's okay. We have a Runick Fountain, we have Slumber, we have Alzetta, weird name, we have Tails, and then we have Sylvie. Okay, our opponent's going to be going first with the Fountain, then the Slumber, and then going to be Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, so they're going to go discard, then they're going to add, and then they're going to go and shuffle, and then the new trigger is going to be the Tails. We're going to chain Droll to it, so they can't add. They're going to go Tactics, getting rid of the Urgent Schedule, which is completely fine. Next, our opponent's play is going to be pretty much just summoning, linking, and then making a SP Little Knight, and then just passing. Us, we drew into Tanker. Very nice. So we're going to start with our Ancient Gear Fortress, then Ancient Gear Advance. We're going to get Catapult. We're going to definitely use that Catapult because we don't really need the Advance. So we're going to go and do exactly that. Now Golem's going to trigger. They can't respawn with Fortress, so we're all set. So we're going to go and add the Ancient Gear Duel, add a Wyvern, discard the Wyvern, summon the Tanker, then spell summon the Wyvern, and then we're going to go and add Ancient Gear Fusion. Now, we are playing around Niv right now, and you're going to see. So we're going to activate the Ancient Gear Fusion. So we're going to go and send to, and we're going to go and spell summon Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem. And the reason why we're going to do this is because now we're going to go and use Commander to go and place the Ancient Gear Duel, which is going to make us stuff immune from Nib. So now we're going to use Tanker to pop the Ultimate, use Ultimate's effect to spell summon the Golem, and go into battle phase. So now we're going to go and swing, but we're going to chain the Duel. So we told our opponent, hold on, no, chain, and we're going to go and use the effect on our attack declaration, and then we're supposed to summon another Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem, and yeah, there's no specific, just two Ancient Gear Golem and a Ancient Gear, two Ancient Gears and an Ancient Gear Golem, so you could use multiple of itself. So now this one could attack 3 times, and we're all set. So we're siding, and our opponent is going to go first once again, which is not the end of the world, but it kind of makes sense depending what they're siding. So as we have Guillotine, Lightning Storm, Ancient Gear Fortress, Forbidden Droplet, Ancient Gear Fortress again. They have Skill Drain, which is very harmful, so be careful of that card. Okay, Sylvie, Woes, Zeta, and Tip. So pretty solid hand. So they're going to go and start with the Azeta, and then they're going to go and add. So get the Estelar. Now, I'm not too familiar with this deck, so I just let my opponent go all out. So I don't know if they're missing anything or if there's any misplays involved. If there's anything that you guys notice, definitely comment it down below so I could actually like check up on it like more. But no, everything just seemed right. So wasn't complaining, and us, our main focus is pretty much as soon as they return, try to break the board and just OTK. So okay, so they're going to just continue going on, and us, we're just going to take it. So there's no point. My hand's getting tired from pressing enter, but it's okay. I do it for you guys. Okay, they're going to go draw, add, and tip. So no, we didn't even banish it, but it's not the end of the world. So they're going to go and do that, and now they're going to go and do that, activate, and we're going to have to banish 4. So we're going to banish 4. Now, our Ancient Gear Duel is completely out of the game, and there's nothing we could do about it. So we could definitely find a way to still OTK our opponents. So it's not the end of the world. So they drew into another skill drain, so very nice. I'm going to activate the effect. Then they're going to go and synchro, which I'm not too crazy about this. I'm like, it's nice, especially if you're activating a Runick card, but nah, I don't think it was worth it. So they're going to set, and then we're going to draw. Now we're going to go into our main phase 1, and guess what we're going to do? Definitely the lightning storm, and waiting for opponent for a response, but that's not a response, so we have changed for it. So we're going to change our droplet, and we're going to go and send 2. So we're sending that one, and Fortress. So whatever response that they have, we could definitely negate the Huggies, and then another card, so guarantee that their back row and everything else is going to be destroyed. So 100%, that's what we're going for. So those are negated, everything is removed. Now we're going to go and activate the Ancient Gear Fortress, and then activate the Ancient Gear Advance, and we're going to go get Catapult. And now we're going to activate the Guild Town, and then use Catapult to pop, get Ancient Gear Golem, again, Dark Golem. And then we're going to use Guild Town 1 and Golem 2, so our opponent can't respawn. So we're going to go and add. So we're going to add the Ancient Gear Fusion once my opponent is convinced that he can't respawn. So we're going to get the Ancient Gear Fusion. The Wyvern, discard the Wyvern. And then supposed summon the tanker with Guillotine. And now tanker is going to trigger, supposed summoning the Wyvern. And now Wyvern is going to make us add. So we're going to go and add the just a fortress actually, just for like extra in case our opponent has more interruptions. So to avoid nib, we're going to actually do Ancient Gear Fusion once again. So we're going to go and make Chaos since we can attack multiple monsters, because if there's any interruption right now, we did not commit too much. So we could still make Ballista, we could still use Tanker's effect to destroy to pop. So, and we still have a fortress, so that's why I kept the fortress. And this is pretty much game off the bat. So if our opponent doesn't have any interruptions, we're going to attack. Now our guy is minus by 400, which is still fine because we're still attacking everything. Huggies can't return to the extra deck because no monster effects can activate. And then finally, we're going to attack for game. And that's it for today's match. There you go. So Ancient Gear against White Forest Runick. Now, I had played against this deck many times online, and I feel like out of all the decks, this is the deck we don't really have a issue with. So it's a okay matchup, and especially for my build. If you guys didn't see my build, you guys could definitely watch our previous video of the Ancient Gears versus Meta. I'll do a deck profile at the beginning of that video, so you can definitely check it out. So definitely don't have an issue with this deck. But that's it for our match. If you guys enjoyed it, definitely like and subscribe. And remember, if you guys want to see your replays here on the channel, you could go and follow me on my Facebook group page and private message me your awesome replays. I will make sure to put a link down in the description. I'm Vaughn, and this is the Gear Channel.